Today we're going to be cooking some ukwa. And this recipe is for cooked ukwa. The very first step for making your fried ukwa is to take the fried ukwa out of its container. Once you take the fried ukwa out of its container, you have to rinse it. So you put it in a pot, like so. Rinse it a couple of times. Rinse. After you've rinsed it, then you let it soak overnight for 24 hours. So once it's soaked for 24 hours, the next day, when you're ready to cook it, you go ahead and you pour out the water, and then you put it in a pot, you cook it. When you are cooking the ukwa, you have to keep cooking it till it's very soft. Like, basically when you put it in your hand, in your fingers, it should melt. So, once you take the fried ukwa, once you soak it overnight, you put it, and it usually takes around anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. But I'm going to actually cook this for 2 hours and 30 minutes until it's soft. So, cook it for 2 hours, about 2 hours and 30 minutes. It takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to get really, really soft, depending on the amount that you're cooking and the type of stove that you're using as well. But basically, you should keep cooking it till it's soft. So, once 2 hours, about 30 minutes, or until it's really, really soft and melts. Then, you take it off the stove. Check, make sure that it's really, really soft. If not, keep cooking it till it's really, see how it's like melts in your fingers. That's how it should be, like this soft. Next step, you're going to go ahead and add your ingredients. The ingredients that you're going to be using for this ukwa are your habanero peppers, your onions, your salt, and Maggi is optional. You can add Maggi. You don't have to use Maggi. I don't use it most of the time, but sometimes I use maybe 1 or 2 Nor cubes in there, such as so. Sometimes, not all the time. So once you have all your ingredients together, you can put it in your blender, as so. Put all your stuff in the blender, and then you blend it. So that's what I'm going to do next, is put it in the blender. This on the blender. There we go. Just a little bit of water, just enough basically to be able to blend. So you don't want to add too much water, because too much water is not good. Then you just blend as so. Then you blend. And we just keep blending till it blends well. And then in addition to these ingredients, you're going to add a little bit of red oil for coloring and taste. I have some red oil that I'm going to add. Give it a little color, and it adds some taste to it as well. Oh, this is so spicy. go ahead and pour your blended spices into the pot of ukwas. This is for seasoning. And use something and pour the entire thing out. And just go ahead and pour it, all of it in there. Just like so. So go ahead and put all of that in there, and then you mix it. Once you pour your blended mix in there, once you put your blended mix in there, you go ahead and use your spoon and just mix all that in there. Okay. Then go ahead and add your red oil for coloring and taste. However much you want to put in there. But you shouldn't put too much, just a little to add that taste. And then your Maggies. And then salt to taste. Basil a little in there, add a little bit of taste to it. Okay. And so the next step, and this is something that you should do, you take your edible potash, like so, you pour some into the plate, and then you add water to it. Once you add the water to it, you pour it inside. You pour it right inside of your ukwa, like so. And then your dry fish, you boil it. It should take about like 30 minutes or so. Boil it for 30 minutes. And then you pour that water into your ukwa. And then you season it, and that's how you make ukwa. That's your recipe. The only thing I wanted to add is that that onions is not necessary, because it can be like a powerful taste. I recommend don't add the onions. And that's the end of the ukwa recipe. Enjoy.